You are Caleb Noble.
You are Sarah Pizzuto.
You are Conky Price.
And the team is here. It's exciting stuff, don't you think?
I just blew in yesterday and have been watching you nice people on the live stream, and it is so exciting. But, you know, this is the extra dimension being here, and I am thrilled. It's a great horse show.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. It hasn't been fun so far.
It's been really fun. We've had great interviews, great people, and I'm sad to see that it's almost the end of the week.
I know, but the cool thing is championship weekend is starting today, so life is good. Great classes, deep classes, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Exactly. And our friend Tony Lee has sort of instigated a wonderful sort of policy for this year's show, and he wants people to dress up like in the old days for championship weekend. So that'll be for tonight. So we've brought our bling and our things, and so we'll be out and about with the. It'll be like high society has come to OKC.
Exactly. And who else do we talk to?
We talked to Vern, a nice man from Canada, on his farm, Canabar Farm.
Cool. And we also talked to Howie Schatzberg, you know, the famous guy in the center ring, taking all those world-class photos. And who else we talked to?
Well, Shane Darnell, our grand poobah of Horseshoe Wire, and the lovely Cutie Pie, and myself. We're here on the red carpet, and we talked about, we did the backstory on Horseshoe Wire, and it was really, we started out being cutting edge, and we are maintaining our cutting edge position, and it's just fun to share that information with you nice folks out there.
Yeah, and the history of it too, so it's cool.
Yeah.
And who else do we talk to?
We talked to Moretta Kennedy, who is making the beautiful horse sculptures that you see all across the horse show, and she has a vendor booth here at the show as well. Cool.
And we also talked to Katie Hodges, who has a new position. She's with AMHA, and she's young and spry, and she's looking forward to really helping out the Morgan industry. So it's pretty exciting. So I'd say we have a pretty good show. Don't you think, guys?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, tune in, everybody. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. And Conky's here, so you know the party started. So.
the Super Convention is coming up.
Going to be a lot of fun. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. It's February the 9th through the 13th in Boston. And I know everybody's thinking, February, Boston, what were you guys thinking? But it's a great city, a lot of wonderful things to do and see there. We've got a lot of wonderful plans. We're going to do some joint things, the Saddlebreds, the Hackneys, the United Professional Horsemen, and the Morgan Horse Association. We're expecting about 800 people. We're going to take over the Weston waterfront, so we're really excited about that. And we've got some great entertainment lined up. Our keynote speaker on Friday is the famous racehorse trainer Dwayne Lucas. And we have a Tony Award-winning Broadway singer who's going to perform on Friday night at the awards gala. So just a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment, some great things, and then some wonderful seminars. We've got a whole lineup of speakers for everyone to pick and choose different tracks that they're interested in, and a lot of opportunity for sharing and talking about what's working in one world and what's not working and how we can learn from each other. So we're really excited about the Super Convention. I want to kind of talk a little bit about two new things that are coming up next year, and actually sort of starting now.
They are.
We have a new program called our Breed Promotion Grant. It opens on October the 1st,
Correct.
and it closes on January the 15th, I believe. And anybody can apply for a Breed Promotion Grant. If you're promoting the Morgan horse in any shape or form, doesn't matter if it's a parade, if it's an open house, if you've got some kind of educational program, you can apply for the Breed Promotion Grant. All it takes is to go on, fill out the grant application, and then write a compelling presentation about what it is you're going to do. Tell us how big the audience is going to be. Tell us what it is you're going to hope to accomplish with this program that you're doing. And the committee will review it, and we've set aside $10,000 for this grant program. So you could get a grant for a small amount if that's all you need, or you could get a large amount if you have the compelling case to get it. So we're encouraging everybody. This is replacing and broadening the old equine trade show program. So if you're a Morgan Club out there that has been traditionally applying for the equine trade show grant, then you really want to pay attention, because the Breed Promotion Grant is done differently in that you apply between October 1st and January the 15th, and then they're all evaluated at one time and awarded. They're not given out as we go throughout the year, so you need to keep up with your schedule as it relates to that. But we're really excited about it.
And Julie, this is for any entity. Correct?
Any.
It's not for individuals.
Not for individuals, but if you and two or three other friends want to go together and make an entity to put forward a compelling argument, then yeah, we're all about it.
And we're looking for thinking outside the box.
Yeah, that's very true.
So go ahead. You got one more highlight for them.
One more thing. Sort of along that same vein of education, we have a new homeschooling curriculum. We just got it approved. We worked with a homeschooling curriculum company called A Journey Through Learning, and they have done a tremendous amount of programs across the country, and they are taking all of our horse mastership levels, all 5 levels, and they have converted them to a homeschooling curriculum. If you're an AMHA member, the first book is free. All you have to do is drop me an email or call me, and I'll send you book 1. And then we're hoping books 2 through 5 will be finished before the end of the year. I've already sent out, I think, Jeff, maybe a dozen of the books, and I'm getting rave reviews. The book is also available at the website for A Journey Through Learning, so that other people will be able to, teachers or parents who are wanting to use this curriculum can go to their website and purchase the program. So we're really excited about it.
Great. Well, all that said, that's kind of what's new and what's happening currently at AMHA. But I've got to tell you, if you don't have the opportunity to be in Oklahoma City this week, I feel bad for you, because there is one tremendous horse show going on around here. The excitement level is like, I haven't felt it like this in years. I mean, it's pretty special. It's giving me goosebumps this year, guys. So if you don't have the opportunity to be here, make sure you catch us on live streaming. So thanks much.
Thanks much.
We're here with Merida Kennedy, who makes beautiful horse sculptures. Tell us a little bit about your business.
I mostly do bronze sculpture, and I specialize in portraits of horses and their people. Do a lot of dogs also, so that's a lot of what I do.
And how did you get involved in this business?
Well, I was always artistic, and I worked in barns through my teens and 20s, and a lot of Morgan barns. And I was always artistic, so I would paint and draw, and then I was asked to do a sculpture, and I said, sure. And so I took my first sculpture to a foundry, and they offered me a job, and I worked there for a few years and really learned the process. So and that's how I got involved.
Did you have any mentors or anybody that helped you along?
Yeah, I had at the foundry. I worked with several great artists who took me under wing and gave me a lot of help and advice. So yeah.
And tell us about the process. How long does it take you to make the sculptures, and how do you go about doing it?
Well, it really depends on the piece. Some pieces are simple and small. Some are larger and more complicated. But it can be a couple months to several months. And it involves, I sculpt in clay, I make a mold over the clay. Then I make a wax version, which I pour wax into that mold. That goes to the foundry, and they make another mold of ceramic. They fire that, and then they pour the bronze into that shell, and they give me back the raw metal, which I do the finishing work on.
And you were behind the medallion that's here. What inspired you to make that piece?
I think somewhat for the trophy that's given out at Nationals, the plaque. I was inspired somewhat by that. Wanted to do my own version, and so that's how it happened.
Now, for any of our viewers or anyone that's here and want a sculpture, how do they bring you their ideas, and how do you then make it into a piece?
Well, I work from a lot of photographs, and we work together. Having been involved for so long, I kind of tend to like the photos they like too, and so we can shoot for a specific image in sculpture.
And why do you love the Morgan horse, and why do you like to sculpt them?
I grew up with Morgans. Actually, I went to school in Crookston, Minnesota, and Lyle Wick was the instructor there, and he introduced me to Morgans, and I fell in love there, especially with a horse named Willamore Spitfire. And it went from there. I worked at Tanglewood in Minnesota under Pierre Loisel. I was with Andy Marlette for a few years, and Bob and Mary at the River's Edge in Colorado, a few places. So I just, I really love the breed, and I have one of my own. And my niece just showed here. She won the 13 and under Western Pleasure. So, and she goes again tonight. So I'm excited about that.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Mathis Brothers has something for everyone, no matter where you're at in life. Whether you're moving to college, starting a family, or when you finally build that dream home, you'll find a complete range of price points and styles, and in every category. Many of our customers are second and third generation because the relationship we build with you and your family lasts a lifetime. The largest selection, the best value, from our family to yours, for over 50 years. Only at Mathis Brothers, guaranteed.
feel like Damon knows the area so well.
Damon is very connected with his community.
He likes to travel around and get to know people in different landmarks and different places so he can forecast better.
As I was listening to him, it was right there where he was saying. He can tell you exactly what street, what store, what restaurant that it's at.
Places I've never heard of, and he talks about it like he's been there.
We know what's coming. We trust what he's saying.
I can tell exactly what's going on to the minute.
He's going to keep all of us safe, and that means more to me than anything else.
Everyone probably who has horses in some capacity experiences symptoms of colic. The determining factor is getting to the horse quick enough, and Night Watch gives us the time to make an earlier intervention than we would have otherwise had.
Horses do not like to show signs of weaknesses. So a lot of times when they start having sort of distress, what you're going to see isn't behavioral, it's going to be more of vital signs. Your heart rate's going to get elevated, your respiratory rate's going to get elevated, but they're not necessarily going to show outward physical signs of distress until it's very far along.
As a full-time mom, as a full-time career woman, as an amateur rider, I have a lot of things to worry about. So I'm sitting here in my office doing my job, thinking about a million different things and knowing that if something went wrong, I would get a message saying something was wrong, and then I could act on it.
The world is going mobile every day, and being able to have something in your pocket that can relieve you of a certain amount of stress worrying about your horses at home is huge.
This is where technology has finally caught up to what we need to properly assess and evaluate these horses on a day-to-day basis. And now I think this is another set of eyes when we cannot be there, whether we're on the road showing, and I think it has a bright future.
I've thought about a million different scenarios. And initially I thought, oh, maybe it'll appeal to this faction, a breeding operation, or to a training barn, or to an amateur owner trainer. I can't see who it wouldn't help. It's a lifesaver, is how I would describe it to someone. Yes, it's an equine distress monitor. It's a lifesaver.